I didn't actually grow up with any of the classic Kirby games. I played the Virtual Console versions on the Wii. As a result of that, there were plenty of Kirby games I haven't actually played. One of these games is Kirby Air Ride. I didn't watch many videos on it either because it was just a racing game with no story mode, so I didn't think there would be any lore to be found. But just a few days ago, I found out about some strange unidentified entity in Kirby Air Ride, and then I stopped all the animations, comics, and whatever else I was making to dig into this and find out what it is. What is the thing? What is it doing there? Did it like jazz? These are the questions we need answers to now. To find this monster, you must play the Machine Passage track. Shortly after the part where you get shot out of a cannon, you'll drive by these two things. And there is no way to avoid doing it, to avoid seeing them, so you don't have to worry about anything. You will see them. No secret paths, no glitches, you will see them. You'd have to intentionally be looking away to not see them. So far, there's only two things I could find about them. They always look at you, they turn around and stuff. They're not, they don't have their eyes locked onto you, but they do turn to face you. And they have a blinking animation. I asked my friend Billy to get some good footage in it, and I'm just gonna play the video and not say anything about it. Also, you should subscribe to Billy. This video helped me figure out that what I initially thought was like slime coming off of it sticking to the bottom of the glass is actually like hair tentacle stuff. And it also has some of the hair on the top. And its body shape is like not even, it's completely lopsided. Unfortunately though, until someone thoroughly data mines this game, we will not know the name of this creature. But that is my main goal for this video, is to get it big enough to have a YouTuber like Tetrabit Gaming or Swankybox get into this mystery. And that's all we really know. Nothing else. Now, let's talk about what makes this thing so interesting and creepy and why I even care. The overall tone of the Machine Passage track is much bleaker than the rest of the entire game. It's all dark, and the usually adventurous and upbeat soundtrack is completely gone, and you have this track. I'm just gonna play some of it for you. It's also the fear of unknown, partially, but there's plenty of unidentified beings in Kirby Air Ride that are not big mysteries that I need answers to. Like whales and stuff. But the creepiest thing is that no one talks about it. Even after I tried getting Meteor's attention on it, he didn't even notice. Anyway, Billy is the first person to make a video about this, and the only reason he even made that video is because I asked him to make it. So I'm literally the only person that actually cares enough about this to even make a video on it. Whereas things like the Hell Valley Sky Trees aren't even seen unless you look for them. It's like, yeah, everyone has seen this thing. You've seen it. If you play Machine Pass, you've seen this monster. Even if you didn't notice it was there, you've seen it. And everyone who's played it, which not that Kirby Air Ride has the biggest player base, but everyone who's seen it, there's bound to be at least a few people out there that would be interested in video game mysteries that have played that game, right? But no one talks about it, and that's why it's creepy. It's like people deny it exists, almost, but that's not true. Like the Hell Valley Sky Trees, you don't even get to see them until someone eventually found they existed. And people talk about those for ages. People are still finding new stuff about it today. But sadly, this is another one of those things of the Kirby fandom being small, no one who's determined to get answers, whereas the Mario fandom is big and they've known basically every tiny little random irrelevant detail about every single game. But I am determined to get to the bottom of this mystery, even if it takes forever. I will get the name of this thing eventually, one day. But now that we got all that out of the way, it's time to start theorizing, because that is what you were here for, probably. The most common comparison to the thing is Krakow, and yeah, it kind of looks like him. There are many dark and gray variations of dark gray and black variations of Krakow. And there are multiple Krakows, but Krakow is a cloud, and this thing doesn't really look like a cloud at all. The long stringy stuff doesn't look like anything that would have anything to do with a cloud. Like, it's just there. But the big takeaway is that it has 3 eyes, and we've never seen a Krakow with multiple eyes, other than on a random teaser art in Kirby Star Allies, which could be an oversight, or teasing the fact that Krakow splits into 2, giving him 2 eyes. The next obvious comparison is dark matter. Dark matter has been seen with hair and hair stuff, and is always black, other than Zero. But the only dark matter we've seen with multiple eyes is gooey and miracle matter, and they don't seem to be related to this at all. And they don't even seem to have the same dark matter. Each eye of dark matter is pretty much the individual mind, when the dark matter itself is just a makeup of the body that can just separate and stuff. Like, I've seen some people say that the dark star is a dark matter with multiple eyes, but that's just a giant planet made up of dark matter. That's not a being. The entire dark matter isn't the sentient part, it's the eyes that are alive. This makes sense for miracle matter as it transforms into many different things, showing multiple minds in one being. Gooey also could make sense to have 2 eyes because he doesn't really understand anything or know anything, not even in his own mind, and his own name, and if he had 2 minds, then that would make sense. Though, there's nothing we can really say to confirm it's dark matter without knowing its name. Now, one thing I've heard a lot is that this thing could have been a part of the cancelled Kirby GCN game, which makes a lot of sense since we see Kirby Air Ride exclusive enemies in the Kirby GCN trailer. Now, would it actually have played a purpose in the game? I doubt it would. They probably would have just used it as a background element again, since that game was going to have dynamic camera angles. Now, what about the machine passage? What about the machine passage itself? Well, it's most likely another Holocondrian science ancient facility, as we see the Holocondrian runes everywhere, or just the ancient runes. I'm sure we could learn something by translating those, but good luck doing that. I don't think there's a single person that knows how to translate those. As much as they say they can. It's like, I could probably translate it, but I'm not actually gonna do it because I'm lazy. Now you might be thinking, Kirby Air Ride doesn't even have any lore, and it's not even canon, so this whole thing is irrelevant. But there is one tiny Easter egg in Kirby Star Allies which actually confirms that the stuff in Air Ride is canon to the Kirby universe, which is a random Easter egg where the Dragoon will fly by Pop Star randomly on the second world in Kirby Star Allies, which confirms the Dragoon exists in the Kirby universe, and by extension confirms the other locations and other machines and stuff. Now, I might be crazy, but everyone knows City Trail, right? I mean, Kirby Air Ride fans never shut up about City Trail. It's like the only part of the game they even care about. Now, where else do we see a city in the Kirby world? That's right. It even has the same ancient text, though a little bit more readable. It it says books. It's a bookstore, probably. That combined with the fact that Air Ride is 3D, and Sakurai said that there may be plans for something Kirby Air Ride, means we could be getting Kirby Air Ride as a sub-game for Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Which also means we might have a better chance at solving this completely forgotten mystery than a well-known mystery like the Hell Valley Skytrees. Which I hope we get an answer. I doubt it, but it definitely seems more likely than other mysteries. Well, I don't think there's anything else to say about this other than like and subscribe.